state of major economic sectors. The state of major economic sectors in our country, namely the agriculture, industry, and trade, at the time of independence can be discussed as follows. State of agriculture. So, what was the state of agriculture at the time of independence, or what were its main aspects or characteristics? So, firstly, there was stagnation. So, stagnation refers to the increase in the production at such a low rate that it is not at all visible. So, at the time of independence, the Indian agriculture was following the role of stagnation. Despite being the occupation of large population, agriculture and a subsistence and stagnant occupation resulted in our country at the time of independence. So we can find out two ways because of this: exploitation by the zamindars and use of old and outdated techniques. Also, there was low level of production and productivity. The level of production was not at all sufficient to cope up with the demand. Also, we can say that due to the heavy dependence on rainfall, the crops were very vulnerable, and agriculture was heavily dependent on rainfall. As a result of this, the Indian agriculture was facing a very problematic situation in terms of stagflation, low productivity, heavy dependence on rainfalls, the presence of middlemen and zamindars, etc. Industrial sector. Before the British entered our country, the industrial sector was flourishing very nicely, but with their advent, they started using the industrial sector to their own country's benefit. As a result of which, when they left our country, the industrial sector was going through a very poor state. Due to lack of investment opportunities, growth of modern industries were completely obstructed. Also, the British did not take care of the industry, as a result of which it led to the decay of world famed traditional Indian handicrafts. The rural industries as well as the urban industries both were affected much as a result of the British exploitation. Internal and external trade. So, before the starting of British rule, India was more or less self-sufficient, and also it was doing very good in the face of exports. But as a result of the British invention, what happened is that they used to export all the raw materials of our country to their own country, and then using those raw materials they were making products for their own country, and they were selling those final goods and services to our country. As a result of which there was drain of resources from our country, and those resources were indeed used in Britain to make final goods and services, which were then again imported in our country. Thus we can say that all our resources were taken and used by the British, and then again they were selling those products only to our country. So this was the situation of our main infrastructures. Then we have infrastructure. Infrastructure refers to the facilities and services which are useful for economic and social development of the country. So we can say that the only positive effect that the Britishers had was in terms of infrastructure, as they started the main railway structure in 1853. Also, this resulted in also starting an evolution which resulted in development of the railways quite rapidly. However, they were not interested in bringing roads and all in our, as they were not helping them. Also, the power and irrigation sectors were seeing somewhat a positive trend, but health facilities were quite inadequate in our country. There were less number of infrastructure in the health department. Demographic structure. The demographic structure comprises of size of population and literacy, and we can say that the Indian population was more or less going through a proper trend from 1921 onwards. At the time of independence, the literacy was also very low. We can say that only 16% of the total population were literate at the time of independence, which is very low, and even the female literacy was even lower at 7%. Occupational structure. Occupational structure refers to the distribution of workforce among different sectors of the economy. So at the time of independence, the occupational structure was of the shape that most of the people were engaged in agriculture, or the primary sector was the one which was mostly engaged at the time of independence for providing livelihood. Agriculture was having more than it could absorb, that is, more people were engaged in agriculture than it was necessary. Thus, as a result of which, people were not able to utilize the resources.